If you don't invest the time and effort with letting and estate agents, you are losing money. Trust me, if you want to be a successful property investor, you need a constant flow of deals. In this episode, Ryan shows you the value of doing this one thing to have every agent in your city calling you first, offering you deals, which is a license to print money. It's that simple. Do this one thing and you'll get everything that you want. Why don't you tell Ryan what you think by leaving him a review? Mastermind on Mondays. Every Monday at 10 a.m, Ryan hosts a live mastermind session in the Facebook community group called the Property Crash Course. Get your burning questions answered around business, entrepreneurship, property investment, and more. Just post your question, problem, or challenge in the community group and tune into the live show called Mastermind on Mondays at 10 a.m.
Okay, so I just want to share with you guys basically another property deal, another transaction or potential transaction, another deal structure that I'm working on right now. We're literally just waiting for the agent to give us the green light to say yes, the landlord has agreed this particular deal, and it'll be another property added to my portfolio. Actually, this is with a joint venture partner, this particular property deal. So let me break down the details of this deal for you guys, shed some light on how it was found, how it was put together, how it was structured, and how much money it will make. So any of you guys listening to this episode can obviously use these skills, use this information, use this content to go and find the deals yourselves. So let me give you a bit of background. This has come from an agent, this particular deal. It's an agent we've worked with for a while now. We've done quite a few deals now, to be honest, probably close to 10 deals with this agent in probably about, off the top of my head, about 9 months, 8 months. We've done about 10 deals with them. So yeah, probably a deal a month on average, you could say, in that sense. Now, so yeah, the relationship is already there with the agent. Actually, as it happens, thinking about it, no, that's not correct. The relationship is there with the company, my company and their company. There was a former manager. Now that manager has left to do his own thing. He's working for another company in property, and now there's a new manager. So to be totally honest, thinking about it, this is actually one of the first of a few deals with the new manager. Wow, there you go. Okay, so as it happens, this is with the same company, but with a brand new manager. So again, we've had to form the relationship. We've had to, find out how we can help each other, etc. My company, the company he represents, look at some deals together, build the relationship, build the rapport, build the trust, build the credit, everything else. And then get to the point of viewings, and then offers, and then contracts. Oh no, sorry, I've just made a mistake. Because things are moving so fast. Last week we did the first deal with this new manager and in this agency. Last week, sorry guys, so this is the second deal we've already done. Well, if this second one goes through, we're just waiting for the landlord or landlady to confirm. This will be the second deal in about, less than Friday we did the last deal. What are we today? Tuesday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What's that? 4 days later since the last deal we done with the new manager, we're now doing another deal. Viewed it, valued it, put the offer in, sent the email. Everything seems to be fine on the face of it. He's told me. We're just waiting for them to confirm today. Then we can get the keys later this afternoon once we've sent all of the funds, signed the contracts, etc. So there's the background about this particular deal. We're moving so fast, I nearly got it wrong. We've already done a deal with them literally last week. Okay, so this is a one-bedroom apartment. It's in Brighton. This particular deal is right on the seafront. So you've got sea views, you've got sunset views. It's right at the top of this building, right on the seafront. I think it's about 7 floors, something like that, and it's right at the top. This particular apartment. It's a one-bedroom apartment. Now, As it happens, the vendor, the owner, the landlord, the landlady, used to run this property as a short let, as a holiday rental. So the signs or the tells are, obviously everything is in there, fully furnished. Teas, coffees, coffee machines in the kitchen, towels folded on the bed, instruction manuals, all of the tells that you can see from the picture, which tell you should be looking for these things, tells you the property used to be a holiday rental, or used to be service accommodation, or used to be a short let. What does that mean for you? When you spot these properties just from looking at the pictures, it means there's an opportunity there, guys, which many other investors, many other landlords, many other people would clearly just completely miss. Now, the benefits are, because this is already run as a short let, as service accommodation, there's absolutely no problem. The barriers have been removed. It's so easy for you to just put an offer in, even for an agent, to rent the property and say, it's already a short let, I want to just run it as a short let myself. I'm a relocation company. I'm a service accommodation provider. I house key workers, contractors, NHS, students, language students on short-term contracts, professionals on short-term contracts, anything at all to bridge the gap for people who need accommodation. If you're a landlord and you don't know how to increase your rent up to 199% using Booking.com, then you're making a big mistake. Because every £1,000 of rent is now returning £3,000 every single month on Booking.com. And you never have to evict a tenant again. I'm serious. Anyways, I created an ebook. It's called The Rent Arbitrage Machine. So I can show you exactly how you can increase your rent up to 199% on your own rental properties. Just head over to theyrentanyhome.com/freebook and just tell me where to send your free copy. So it's a lot easier, do you not think, when you're talking to the landlord, the landlady, the vendor, saying, this has already been run as a short let. That's exactly what I want to do with the property, run it as a short let. So all I want is consent from you that I can use the property as a short let. What do you think they're going to say? What do you think they're going to say? I'll tell you what they're going to say. Right now, in the current climate, I don't think I've ever had anybody say no. I don't think I've ever had anybody say no in the current climate. Or for a very, very long time, if it's already a short let, was a short let, and we're offering to just take over and run it as a short let. I can't actually remember any landlord, any vendor, any landlady, anyone at all saying no to that particular offer. Now, it's very simple. You can use a company let agreement. If you need a copy of the company let agreement, just send me an email, hello@ryan-otto.com, and my team will send you a copy of the agreement if that's what you need, okay? You add a couple of clauses in there which gives you the consent to rotate the tenants. Again, if you need that, just send my team an email, tweet me, post it in our Facebook community group called the Property Crash Course. Find me on social media anywhere and just send me a direct message, send me a comment, send me a post, send me anything at all, and just let me know you need a copy, and my team will send it to you. It's that simple. There's no charge. It's absolutely free. So you have a couple of clauses in there which gives you the consent to run the property as a short let. Okay, now we've got that out of the way, how we found the particular property. Now, really, how we structured the deal is the property used to rent, or the local market rent, is around about £1,200 a month. The property used to rent for around about £2,000 a month on a short let basis. Now, once my company is fully furnished, just so you guys know, everything's included, linen. Well, the linen, we negotiated the linen to be included. I also negotiated a spare set of linen. All of the short lets we take over as standard. We ask for 2 sets of linen on every single deal, because I want to get into these deals for the least amount of money as possible and have to invest the least amount of money as possible. So that means for us is 1 set of linen on every single bed, every double bed, every sofa bed, 1 set of linen, towels, everything. And then another spare set of linen, which is again exactly the same. We ask for that to be left in every single property. So one's with our laundrette, one is on the bed. Somebody goes there to change a linen, brings the new clean set, takes the dirty set off of the bed. So what does that mean for us? It does not cost us anything at all for linens and towels, etc. Okay? Now these landlords, these investors, these vendors, these service accommodation providers, these landladies that are getting out of short let because for whatever reason, risk, coronavirus, lockdown, not enough clients, don't have the appetite to continue. Maybe they've tried it and it hasn't worked out. Maybe they've got very low occupancy levels, 40, 50, 60%. Maybe they're working their ass off, linen and everything else, and they're not really making any more money. And they'd rather just put the property on the open market, put a tenant in there and collect their $1,200 a month, and that's the end of it. No hassle. Obviously, they have to build a company around this to run the property as a short let. Okay, so maybe, yeah, like I just said, they just don't have the appetite. Maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they don't have the resources. Maybe it's cost them a lot of money. Maybe they're not making any more money. Oh dear. Wow, is this a crash? Wow, there's a cow in the middle of the road. I'm on the motorway, just coming back from Portsmouth. I've just taken my cat, my little Sphinx cat, for its last jabs. And there is a cow on the road. And there's a lady jumping out to help the cow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at the size of it. I'm gonna record this. I'm recording this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at the size of it. That is not a cow, that's a bull. Wow. Sorry about this, podcasters, you can't really see this, but I'm on the motorway. All the traffic has come to a grinding halt. There is a bull, a brown bull, in the fast lane on the motorway. People got their hazard lights on, people are jumping out, trying to get it back. Oh my gosh, somebody's moved it. Wow. Oh dear, where are we? Holt Lane. That's shocking. Where is it? Wow, look at it, it's a whole herd of them. What the hell, they've just escaped. Anyway, the traffic started moving again. Somebody's done the right thing, jumped out of their car and sort of ushered them up this little lane. Okay, sorry, digress slightly there. God, that could have been a terrible accident for somebody. I was literally about 7 cars behind the front where they actually stopped. Anyway, back on track. So whatever reason, to summarise, they've decided oh gosh, I've come into a wrong zone of traffic here. For whatever reason, they've decided short letting doesn't work for them. So they want to find a tenant, and they want to put a tenant in to take them all the way around until next summer, where they may have another go. So they want to offer around about an 11-month contract to take them until around about the start of June next year. So they're smart, which is what we do on some properties. We just run them as short lets from around about June, July, August, September to get the maximum rental money for the same work that we would do in November, December, January, February, which is the absolute diabolical low season, okay? So just imagine who wants to work and do the same amount of work and earn maybe a couple of grand a month in the summer, but then maybe in the winter, in the low season, November, December, January, February, earn nothing at all. Just cover the bills, just cover the rent, just cover the mortgage, etc. Just cover the costs. Who really wants to do that? I don't want to do that. From experience, I don't do that anymore, and you guys shouldn't do the same as well. So how will you know whether or not the property will make money in the winter? Again, if you have no testing, if you don't already have properties in that city, if you haven't already had a year of trading and running a short let in that city, it's kind of like a little bit of guesswork with talking to other people and really having a gauge for the market to find out what the hotels do. And it really does depend on your location. If you've got a crap location where you're way off the city centre, not near the transport links, for yourself, why would you book that property through the winter when there's loads of properties available, loads of hotels available, and the rates have come down from, I don't know, 150 or 200 pounds a night in the summer, all the way down to about 50, 60 pounds a night in the winter. So when you've got all of that choice, why would you want to stay there? This is a question you need to ask yourself. When you've got loads of choice, why would you choose to stay where that property is in the low season? November, December, January, February. And if it's right by the amenities, right near the station, maybe you got sea there, right by the seafront. If it's central, and maybe yours will work all year round. Some of ours do, some of ours don't. And there's a certain amount of money that I want to earn net per property. And if it doesn't meet that equation, doesn't meet that, return, then there's absolutely no point in my team or myself using the same time and energy that we would in the summer, where we may make 2 or 3 grand a month to break even in the winter.
Make sure you've subscribed, because tomorrow you'll get nothing but the truth on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday you'll get nothing but the truth. This offensive and explicit episode covers current issues, trending topics, and more that will punch you in the face with the truth. If you can't handle that, don't listen, because Ryan does not hold back. And if you're up to no good, we're watching.
Okay, so that's up to you. You need to do your own due diligence. You need to do your own research to find out the answers to those questions. Okay? Now, so this property it's worth about $1,200. They brought the price down, or we agreed $1,100. So I put an offer in at $1,100 a month to start immediately, to take them all the way up to the point of when they want the property back next year, next summer, so they can start again, regroup, get some bookings in the bank, and run the property as a short let. Now that takes us up until about June next year. I also asked for 2 weeks rent-free. Now this property is fully furnished, microwaves, kettles, toaster, coffee machine, linen, very good condition, presented very well, sea views, sunset views right at the top of the building. It's an immaculate 1-bedroom short let with a very big sofa bed in the lounge, so you can comfortably sleep 4 people there, or a family there in that sense, okay? So I always asked for a rent-free period, and I negotiated a 14-day rent-free period. So the deal would start immediately now, like today. There's a lovely Porsche 911 Carrera 4 convertible just in front of me now. Ooh, like an ivory colour, beautiful. Ooh, I remember my little baby that I bought a long time ago now. Ooh, the 911 C2S. Ooh, my little baby. Anyway, I digress slightly. So we always negotiate a rent-free period. Now that's for us to dress the property, style the property, furnish or add any furniture we need to add, list the property, launch the property, photograph the property, of course, and then have some guests, have some clients, have some tenants, have some bookings lined up. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. So we always ask for a rent-free period. Sometimes, last week, thinking about it, last Friday, I negotiated 1 month and 1 week rent-free period. So 5 weeks, just over. On this particular deal, slightly different. We want it to start instantly. We want it to be up and running instantly. We want to have guests in there by the weekend because it's ready to go. And we're just coming out of the lockdown. So I negotiated a 2-week rent-free period. Deposit I offered is 2 weeks rent. We're not paying the full month's rent at all. We just don't need to. And we have consent, or we ask for consent to run the property as a short let. Now, in reality, this property will probably make on average about it will generate in the region of about £2,000 to £2,500 a month on average all year round over the 12 months. That will be higher in the summer, closer to about 3.5, maybe even 3.5, 3,750 in the summer. We're already achieving that on some other 1-beds in the same city and other cities. And in the winter, in the low season, it will probably be close to somewhere in the region of about 1,500, maybe 1,700 in the low season. So when you average that out and balance that out, it's going to be in the region of about 2 lovely 911 Carrera S. It'll probably be in the region of about 2 to 2.2 all year round. Now remember, guys, we're only paying $1,100 for the property. Everything is there, so there's no other costs at all apart. We've got internet included. There's no other costs apart from the bills. So let's say $1,100 with the bills. Let's say it's $1,300. and it will generate around about £1,000 profit every single month. Now, any of you guys can go out and find these deals. I've literally revealed everything, how I put the deal together, how I found the deal, how I funded the deal, how I structured the deal, what I added in the contract, where you get the contract from, what contract you use. So really, there's no excuse for any of you guys to not be able to do this. So I hope you got some value from this episode. I mean, I'll keep sending you these episodes, showing you, helping you, holding your hand, and showing you how to make money right now, even during the pandemic. All I want you to do is I'll keep sending you these episodes. Just leave me a review. Send me some love by just leaving me a 5-star rating and a review. Deal?
He's a #1 Amazon bestseller. He's an NLP manipulator. He's a property course seller. He's a Lamborghini driving multi-millionaire property guru. Forget that same old boring I am me narcissistic podcast format, because nobody gives a fuck. This podcast is all about you. So I'm taking these few seconds to thank you for subscribing, to thank you for leaving your 5-star reviews, and thank you for sharing this show with all of your friends. My team and I will keep bringing you these episodes and answering all of your burning questions in my Facebook community group called Property Crash Course. If you can just keep telling all of your friends about this show.